responsibly. There we go. Now I'm audible. Now I'm audible. The game's audible. Everything's audible. Everyone's audible. Not sponsored. Okay. Why is this so big? I thought I had to zoom in. Wow? What is happening? Okay. I'm just going to shrink this to just basically give me what I need to see. There we go. Perfect. Sorry, it's so there's an event going on in Scarlet and Violet, and that's why I am going to be shiny hunting today, even though I don't normally go around shiny hunting often. But the event that's going on basically causes there to be like hordes around the map. So you can see here's one of them, and there's two types in Kitakami. Is there only one going on right now of the special ones here? Huh. Oh no, there's one. So yeah, Feebas and White Stripe Basculin are the shiny one, or not shinies, the hordes here, which, you know, generally have increased odds. It's not that this is an increased shiny odds event, like the one that they did where there was the Tatsugiri forms in the different regions of the map. But what this one is just that there are hordes. They have increased chances of like having certain marks included on them, but that's not what I care about. I'm just here to shiny hunt them because it's convenient because they're you know, hordes. I actually used this so in conjunction with this event there's one special Magikarp 7-star raids that come as Dragon type and come obviously with the mightiest mark. So I named mine Jormungandr, and I caught it in a Master Ball because I thought that would be fun. But also, they have shiny, or not shiny, Dondozo hordes available. So I used those, or outbreaks, sorry, not hordes. Dondozo outbreaks. So I used those to get a couple shiny Dondozo. I'm gonna, you know, give the one, or like put both into home, probably use one in the champions at some point whenever it's added. I actually just noticed, this is a really cool, subtle detail. It might be more visible if I open this in the Pokedex. So let's take a look at this. So you can see that the white replaces all of the blue. How do I switch off of? How do I switch off of shiny? I don't remember the controls of this game. No. I don't remember how you switch to shiny viewing and not shiny viewing. But anyways, you know, normal Dondozo has like these blue patterns on it, but when it's shiny, those kind of get squashed into this white color space. And you can see it's the same shade of white across the whole thing, but when it catches the light just right, you can see the patterns are still there because it's a different material. I wish I knew how to switch it. 'Cause I could show, I wonder if you can see that on Tatsugiri. Oh, now I can switch on Don Dozo. I might not have been able to switch because of the way I got into it. So yeah, you can see how it's white on the one end, blue on the other end. But with this, it's obviously the dark blue also turns white. You can see that difference in materials right there. That's so cool. Curious if you can see that on Tatsugiri at all, though I don't think it has different materials. Cross, yeah, because you can see that specularity is the exact same. Yeah, so you actually can't see it there. Also, again, can I just reiterate, this game looks like beyond the overworld. Like, as far as the Pokemon go, they are rendered so well. It's the best they've ever looked. And I refuse to hear dissent on that opinion, at least as far as like a realistic style goes. They look better than they ever have. I love the texture work they did. Not perfect, but it's good. Alright. So I'm going to be hunting up at the crystal pool first. So I'm just going to jump up there, and then I'm going to make myself my sandwich. I have a guide pulled up for how to make said sandwich. You can see here's all guys. That's where they're spawning. So I'm going to hop off. So it's a picnic. And we're going to make a sandwich. Going to go creative. So I'm using the rice drop method, which I only recently learned about, because I don't know why it has been impossible for people to make the shiny hunting guides for this easy to find. Because like the friend who sent me the guide for this one, you know, that I'm using for the rice drop method, also sent me the non-rice drop guide. And I went, I've seen that same guide, but I've seen a newer version. And my friend was like, what do you mean there's a newer version? I thought this is the version. I thought this was it. And I was like, no, literally, like, here it is. And I found it again. But it, like, dig through a pile of old versions. I'm like, people need to just, like, I don't know, put these images somewhere. Like, if you make these images, don't just share them on freaking Reddit, you know? Because the first guide is going to blow up. And if someone makes a really good guide later in the lifespan of a game, there's probably going to be less people who react to it. And so it's not going to show up as well on searches. You need to just, like, host it somewhere. Dedicate a spot for it. Say, hey, can you put this on your website? You know, don't let, you know, people have, like, steal from it. Literally let them credit you. You know, give them the thing and say, can you credit me and put this just on your website? This is the newest version. Just do something like that. If you don't have your own website, just stick a guide somewhere. It's so annoying. Anyways, it's chili sauce, and then I need salty, and I'm going to do sweet. It could be salty or sour, or sorry, sweet or sour, but it always has to be salty. Alright, I'm going to go silver pick. So this will allow us to make a water type sandwich. Don't need that. You know what, I'll put this here. Yeah. That's my sandwich. And then you'll see that, you know, everyone's like, oh, it's a sandwich. Sandwich. Alright. Let's take a look at it. What does everybody think of my wonderful sandwich here? Oh, wait, I forgot to turn off the HDR. Give me a second, because I think this tries to run in HDR mode right now. Is that better? It's a little better. Actually, no, it shouldn't be running in HDR. I think I'm just not used to the difference between my screens. Either way, I'm turning off HDR for this stream, just on the off chance that, you know, it would pop up. Okay, so now... I need someone who can swim to do this. Yeah, you literally need someone who can swim to clear these out. Oh, I hate that. If they go down, you just can't hit them? Oh, this is gonna be an annoying hunt. Oh. Oh, he's trying. Go get it. Okay, I'm just gonna have to fight them. Oh, that's a fun attack animation. I'm not used to using Azumarill in the water like this. But also I can use Denim if I'm just gonna have to fight them most of the time. Alright. There's a Tuco on these White Stripe Bascule and these Bullet Seed. Yeah, if they're close enough to the surface, they can be fought, but I have to get out of the way. Have it. You're not the one I care about. Go away. Okay. Let's go deeper into... this outbreak. It's annoying dealing with the fact that they're underwater. Just gonna eat through my sandwich time. You know, I see a few have just risen to the surface. That's good. I'm gonna go right back down. Fight it. It's also mildly annoying that I have to look for slightly yellower fins. And half of them are going to be underwater. And especially because I'm trying to get like 2 to 4 of these guys. Like I want one of each, or I want 2 of each gender, ideally. Where are all my spawns at? Okay, I feel like I'm not getting enough spawns of this. So, like, it can't be... Is this not the location of this? Well, but they have the mark. I saw that there were a bunch that had, like, you know, a little mark indicator. I don't know. Hopefully I'm in the right spot. And it's not, like, some cave that I have to go to under this. I just have to pay attention to see, like, if I see any, like, indicators pop up saying, like, oh, you found things. You know, or, like, the number of basculin is decreasing. Because I feel like they don't normally spawn up here. But, I don't know, maybe they do. Go get it. Slowly working my KO count up. Watch me find like a shiny Aracuda before I find this, you know? Okay. Let's see. It's like once I get them to the point where there's enough, I could have probably held off on my sandwich until I had enough. But okay, the number is starting to go down, so this is definitely the outbreak. Alright, let me just check. When do outbreaks get a shiny boost? $60. I just want to keep my thing up. Yeah, KOing 60. How do I get the... Yes, level 3 sandwich, boost your odds. Okay, so those things that trigger aren't at a consistent number. There are 4 phrases. The third one should be when it's close. What is the third phrase? They don't say what the phrase is on this guide. You get a notification every 20 to 30. What are the notifications? Okay. Alright. No one wants to tell me the exact notifications, but I know that I'm past the first notification, which means I'm probably getting close to the one shiny reroll. That's still on all. It's still an annoying outbreak. Well, I could do this. I don't know if that's faster, though. I think part of the issue is that there's just so many spawns right now that aren't the outbreak that are around me. And they're eating up the allotted spawns for the outbreak. Because, like, none of these are outbreak mobs. And they're all here, and they're eating up possible spawns. So I'm gonna try just leaving. Okay, and then we'll just jump straight in. Wow. Yeah, I got my couple spawns. So it's currently on Master Ball, because the last thing I caught was in the Master Ball. Just what I caught my Magikarp in. Something I could do is I could just use picnic respawns. Just don't know if I'm able to do that next to the water. Okay. Despawn everybody. Yeah, this is like a really inopportune spot for this. Because this is like such a small zone. There's not a lot of spawners in this outbreak. And there's such a wide area around me where other things can spawn that aren't part of the outbreak. I don't know. I kind of feel like outbreaks should take priority on spawns, you know? Like, if something that spawns is, or if there's room for spawns, it should prioritize the outbreak first, rather than things within the radius around where the outbreak spawners are. I have to deal with all this, you know, stuff popping up every time. I have to fight something that's underwater. And the thing is, because it's underwater, it's really hard to see if it's shiny or not. When it's on the surface, you can tell pretty easily. But especially because this is a relatively subtle shiny, you know, you kind of rely on your ability to distinguish, like, slightly different colors. And the thing is, the shiny has a more saturated body and a warmer toned set of fins. But it's really hard to notice that. When they're underwater like this, you know? Because, like, it looks warm tone and then it comes up and then it's cool tone. I don't know why. Like, I think it's this specific water makes them feel warmer toned underwater. And they come to the surface and it's like, nope, you're not. Not what I'm here for. I think running is the faster method. I will say this event is a little tricky too because you know, with with this event, it's like water types specifically are the focus, and water types tend to spawn in places that a lot of other types don't. So you kind of, it's like, all right, you're searching through a bunch of water types for the water types that you're here for. Oh, what are you doing? Stop it. Barracuda getting in the way. Quit approaching. Go away. It's like, why are there so many Arrokuda here? Where are all my Basculin? Ah, no! Dang it, I made my hitbox bigger. Okay, this is going to be a very difficult one to hunt, I think. Okay, it's definitely getting lower. So I think that this should be an indicator that I'm getting to the 2 reroll zone. Just gonna feed a hand, like take out a handful more. And then I'm gonna just start gunning for it. Okay, we're gonna do a picnic respawn set. Yeah, you also can't do a picnic respawn in the water, which is slightly trickier about this. Okay, let us do a picnic respawn. Barracuda again. There they are. I mean, my understanding is it's any of the like indie animations where, you know, you got the little object doodads and they got their personalities. I don't think if you were to ask me like if it had to be a specific genre or something, I wouldn't say so. But I feel like it has to be something at least inspired by, you know, the other object show works. I definitely think that there's like a point where if someone was to like try to go too crazy with the concept, do something that was like very wildly different, I would be like, I don't know. Probably not. But I don't know. I don't have any like anything specific beyond that. Like I feel like it's really relevant to what characters are utilized, what are they designed like. Cool. It's just because it's daylight. It's just because it's daylight. Now that the sun's out, I'm like not used to seeing the basculin with the warm lighting. This is a hard shiny hunt. You're gonna be normal, yeah. It's gonna be worth it to get the basculation. As long as I can get like 1 or 2. Like I want 4, but I won't be mad at like 1 or 2. Okay. Picnic. Respawn them. Sure. Get out of my... Get. I'm gonna chase away the basculin. Neither of those two. Yeah, I just can't get a lot of spawns at once. Nope, got a couple here. They're normal. There are rumors that in Winds and Waves they also have a shiny sparkle sound. That they're keeping it because people did not like it being gone in this, and it would make this hunt a lot easier. I would say Aqua Teen Hunger Force, no. I would say it has to be in that shared art style space. Like, you can develop that art style into something a bit different, you know, but it would have to be within, you know, the general object show art style where like the characters are, you know, really just an object with like simplistically rendered limbs at most, you know, and like a little face. But I would say personally, for me, I don't think anything can predate, you know, the original, because I don't think you can backdate object shows. And Aqua Teen Hunger Force is quite old. You know, it could be an inspiration for the character designs in the original and, you know, other object shows, but I don't think it would, you know, count in my eyes as one just because it inspired others. You know? But I would say that they're genre independent. You know, you could make ones that are more adult, you could make ones that are more comedy, you could make ones that are more drama. But I don't think oh man, I only 5 minutes left on this friggin' sandwich. I've yet to find a single one. But yeah, that's kind of so that's kind of where I stand on it. It's like I would argue it's a pretty niche subset of things. You know, because if something that, you know, predates or is wildly different can count as an object show, then I think you open up the floodgates to a lot of things can be object shows, and like how, you know, at what point does it I don't know, end on that? It's kind of a slippery slope, but it's not like a slippery slope in like a, you know, dangerous way. It's more like in a, you know, I think you just start getting into a wide array of things that don't count. Granted, all categories are arbitrary, so. I can't tell if you're shiny or if you're just in warm light. This is such a challenging hunt. Oh, why do they do this to me? don't have the ability to just keep doing these. I don't have enough ingredients. The Dondozo is easy. I was getting like 20 Dondozo spawns at a time. It's just that here you get like, if you're lucky, like 5 Basculin. Like, I didn't even have to use picnic resets for Dondozo. I literally could just fly in circles. Because they spawn in a wide enough area. But here, it's like the only spawners are like here. There's like a couple here. And like here. But then it still gets like Aracuda spawns amidst them. So are you... No. Of course not. And then that's the other thing is like it's tricky to tell what is lighting and what is it's shiny. This is a tough one. I've been doing this for like 40 minutes. I have 2 minutes left on my thing and I don't got a shiny to show for it. Now I was really expecting this to be like the Dondozo one and just be like, oh, here's like 50 bajillion Basculin. Hope you enjoy. Like, is Feebas an easier one? Maybe. Where can I find a shiny? $15 I think I can get like one more respawn on that time. And then I need a new sandwich. Oh. Nope, sandwich is done. Didn't have time to. And I wish that White Stripe Basculin had another type to it. I wish it had another type. It'll make this easier, because it's, as far as I know, it doesn't get the ghost until it dies and evolves. Where is it in the decks? Oh, it's right at the end. Pure water, yeah. Oh, why are you so hard to find? Yeah, and you can see there's other spawns that could be happening here. Those are just being replaced with like Aracudas. Because there's like barely any spawners for this actual outbreak. In the position that it has decided to be. Ugh. Alright, let me catch up on chat a little bit. I don't have my sandwich power. I'd say it's possible. It depends. Does it predate or is it after the FDI? Because if it like predates, the concept of object shows, but has characters that are later used in them, I'd be like, at that point, it's more an inspiration, and object shows kind of came as a direct result of it. Okay. Okay, yeah, then that, I would say that counts. That counts as an object show, even if the objects in question are numbers. Who is like glitching into my table? Who is doing that? I love how during that scene you can very clearly tell that each character is inserted as like a 2D render at a set resolution. Because the resolution is very different. Okay. I don't see anyone. I don't see anyone. You freaking Aracudas. Oh, this is rough. Now it's raining. So the visibility is going to change again. Real cluster. Anybody? No? Nobody. They seem to want to spawn at the surface right now. Ooh, attack them. I am most certainly in the you have a maximum boost zone. Most certainly. Just sucks that I can only get like 4 spawns at a time. But I should be at +5 rerolls. More or less. See a couple. They're all normal. They're all normal. I would like a shiny. I would like a shiny. But they're all normal. Yeah, what I'm mostly doing is I'm looking to see if there's any differences between the ones that I'm seeing. And if there's a difference, I'm just saying, or if there's no difference, then I'm like, okay, so none of them are shiny. Because the odds of like a cluster of shinies all spawning at once, very low. Look normal. But you don't have any friends who spawned with you. Can't tell if this one's different. Nope. He looked a little more saturated. What I might do is I might mix it up. And go to the Wisteria Pond where the Feebas is spawning. And I can kind of use them as a secondary hunt. Oh my god, are you an even worse spawner? Like, there's all these Lotads. And I had one Feebas? This is crazy. I thought he'd be mad if I got a shiny Lotad, you know? Oh my god, and then this one, they just go completely invisible. They're just starting to... This is an evil set of hunts. What are they doing to me? At least I can fly back and forth between the two of these spawns. This actually seems to be helping. I don't know, I get a lot of basculin spawns if I start at them, like, you know, signpost and not where I've been doing my respawns. So that might be helpful. Oh, that won't be best. Alright, over to here! I just need to keep reminding myself that the Basculegion spawns are super, or the Basculegion shinies are super cool. Yank me away. None of these are shiny. I don't think you are. To the Wisteria Pond. To the Crystal Pool. This does make it a little more engaging because it's less staring at the same exact spot. Yeah, you're almost. Okay, back to the pond. Be best, you will not escape me. Back to crystals. The crystal pool. Where? At least Feebas is going to be a more exaggerated shiny. Now sunsets, everything's gonna be warm toned. Yeah, it's like sometimes they feel different, but they're not. It's just like the lighting catching on them. Now we got a lot of spawns, but not any shinies. Those look different. Oh, man. Okay, we should be getting close to the first reroll from the outbreak with you, Beth. Watch me find just like a completely unrelated shiny or something, you know? Like, both of those look identical. Ah. Is it like that they just go underwater at night? Because I noticed that they, you know, when I first started hunting, it was nighttime, and it was like, man, they're all underwater, and it makes it really hard to hunt. But then now, but then for a while they weren't so much underwater, and I'm wondering if that is literally just their behavior at night. Alright. Up we go. Man, Dondozo was so easy. See, this is what I get for deciding I'm gonna stream it, you know? I bet if I had done this, like, just, like, in my bed, first thing after waking up, like I did Dondozo, but I'd have so many shinies right now. I'd have, like, a dozen. I'd be like, wow, what am I gonna do with all these shinies? Guess I'll put a bunch of shinies in home. Look at the material work on that lily pad. That is gorgeous. Running low on time. 1 minute left. They definitely have to just go underwater at night. At least there's a cluster that I can look at sometimes. That's the end of that sandwich. I just want to see, what are the odds? Here, I'm going to check this on my computer. Let's see. Okay, so I'm at like 4x odds. Okay, so I'm at 5 to 6x odds, is what I'm saying. So it should be like 1 in 700-ish for me right now. Barely getting any spawns, so it takes a while. Okay. Wahoo! That's it, because it's so much harder at night. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my sandwich stuff for now, and I'm just going to try to force, you know, increases, or like, try to get some spawns of, feedback so that I can get its base just outbreak odds up. Because, to be fair, the outbreak adds most of the odd boosting. It's over there just sleeping. Every so often you hear him just be like, psst. He's snoring. No, you don't. He's just like, I'm going down. I'm slipping away. Okay, now I'm just like on a rampage up there. Let's just hop back up to the crystal pool for a bit. Whoa! Spawned a bunch. 2. Each of these flight cycles seems to give me like 2 to 3. You think you could escape me in the depths? You cannot. Okay, that seems to be working to just continually create spawns. Just like circling in a distance. You're dead. Ah, you've gone to land, you fool. Accidentally flew too far. Okay, where are we right here? think we gotta be getting close to sunrise. Oh no. I must have missed the stuff saying that it was getting low. I have killed this entire outbreak. Uh-oh. Is there another one that spawned somewhere? I guess not. We'll just go back to the crystal pool. Oopsies. I wasn't here for Feebas anyways, but... Just getting continually Aracuda jumped. Oh. Hi, Bronzor. Okay, this is a great example though. The one that looks really good in this game. You cannot tell me that this is not the best Bronzor has looked with a modicum of realistic materials. Like, look at that. The normal map on the little engraving, the like deviations and the texture, color, the slight dimpling on the normal map. That just looks so good. The rains this afternoon are starting. And then Slugma, this is an example of one that I don't think looks at its best here, but I do like this effect. I just think it's not pronounced enough, you know? Like, this has the texture of, like, magma, you know, when it's still, like, really hot. It just doesn't have the glow. Yeah, the rains are coming. Rains are coming in. I love how I was like, oh, I'm gonna shiny hunt. I hope I get 4 Basculin. You know, a couple of Feebas would be nice. Here I am. All this time later, and I'm like, just one would be nice. I'd appreciate one. We are getting close to morning, so they should start swimming the surface. Oh, there it is. I was hoping we'd get to catch the sunrise, but... don't quite get to catch it as it first starts coming up. I'm curious. So the sun is rising. So Kitakami is close to the ocean to the east. And then everywhere else is land. Oh, south also has visible ocean. You can kind of see it peeking up really anywhere. I don't think that's entirely intended. I was just curious. Coming in for a landing. Yeah, now we're getting the more consistent rains. A little bit of storm. Hopefully it don't knock my power out. But honestly, I might be giving up for today's stream at least. I'll probably hunt some more over the course of the evening, but we do have some things we got to do today. So I can't quite commit to just doing this for hours upon hours at the moment. So I will wrap this up here. I'll take the rain as a cue. So thank you so much if you joined me live or after the fact. Either way is cool with me as long as you had some fun. That said, I'm going to go do human things as humans do, and you probably should too. I am astonished I got 0 shinies, but I feel like these spawns have been very tricky. Just like the positioning of them. And then I didn't pay close enough attention to Feebas's messages, so that was on me. But that's going to be all from me, so I will be back hopefully next Wednesday. This Wednesday I was a little tired. We have a new hire at my job, so I was doing a lot of training and stuff like that, so yep. But I'll see y'all, and if I do find a shiny, I will make sure to share it on YouTube here in a post and be like, oh, found one. So goodbye. I'm gonna wrap it up. Gotta go hit the end button. and I hit